My mic is up. Hello! It's Friday night. It's fucking Saturday night.
It's Saturday, baby.
It's
Sworderday.
Sworderday Knife Live. Hello, everybody.
Sworderday.
Welcome to the stream. It is not Friday. Sorry, Brushy. Sorry for scaring you. I'm here with Ryan.
Hello.
Friend of the stream and first timer. Ryan's friend, Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Thrilled to be here.
In Pat's chat, you've already been named Ryan 2.
Ryan 2, yeah. Ryan 2 is good.
I don't know. I feel like that's a little dehumanizing.
You can be Ryan. I'll be Ryan A, and you can be Ryan 1.
I think that's. That's
Ryan
really
2. So I started a new job recently, and they called me Ryan. They called me R2 because I'm the second Ryan, which has a Star Wars connotation, which I'm okay with.
I guess the second Star Wars was the better one. Yeah.
2 Ryan, 2 Furious.
2 Ryan, 2 Furious. Yes, I like that.
And we're gonna play some Chivalry. I gotta point my gaming here at the right device. Let's see.
You got to point your gaming at the right.
Sorry, OBS shit. It's looking for a game that I'm not playing right now, but I got it now.
Just be prepared. A lot of the time, I'm going to be saying things like, "What frame rate is everybody pulling?" Like talking shop.
Talking shop. Hey, what's everybody's how many degrees Celsius everybody's graphics cards running at right now? Sound off in the chat. Let us know how hot your computer's running. What percentage is your task manager at?
Yeah.
CPU
how many
usage.
teraflops you got?
How many threads you got running? Hello, Faith. We got Faith here too. And yes, Meme Shark. You appeared in the video. Brushy brief.
Chivalry me timbers. Faith, I love that.
Oh, that's really good, Faith.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really fucking good.
With the 1-2 punch of that and Sworderday Knife Live, I mean, wow.
We're bringing the funny.
Well, has there ever been a good block of Saturday night comedy entertainment? Oh, thank you, Stormy Garbage, for that reset. Also, Polydoka, welcome back.
No, I think we're the first. We're probably the first to do like live comedy on a Saturday night.
Somehow I fucking made the pun naming the stream Sworderday Knife Live, and then I forgot that Saturday Night Live exists.
Well, as I understand it, Saturday Night Live is a pun on Sworderday Knife Live.
Okay, yeah.
They decided to name their comedy show after your Twitch stream.
And they're like, hey, that sounds kind of like... it looks like Ryan has left the party.
Oh, well, Ryan's dead.
I've been
promoted to Ryan A.
Ryan A. It seems like...
I think I dropped for a second.
All right, I got you back.
Oh, this is humiliating.
Sorry.
Get your fucking shit together, man. Also, this is a multi-stream. Ryan is streaming as well. Exclamation point multi in the chat to see both streams at once.
I might have to stop streaming if that ends up continuing to be an issue.
Okay, no problem.
Which is fine.
Which game mode do y'all want to do? Do you want to do new maps or just general maps?
The only time I've played this is the one time I played it with you.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I've been wanting to get back into it, but I just haven't.
Cool.
I have not.
Well, I'm gonna queue us up for. They have some new maps, and they're all pretty fun.
Dope.
But now I'm gonna do this for all the ones because all the maps are good, and I miss them. That's a really good point. Sorry.
Oh my god!
You see that? You see that? And along
wow.
Sworderday Night Live. That would be really good.
Oh yeah, because
wow.
Fuck.
Knife. Yeah, I can understand how. I mean, I had no part in this, so but I could see how Knife could be a bridge too far for some.
Right. Well, so initially this stream was. I started doing Sworderday Knife Live before Chivalry was out, so it was just any game that involved knives or swords would count. But yeah, that's a really.
Oh,
good
I
point.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're playing. Oh, okay.
We're playing. Yeah.
Sorry, it moves on its own at first, and I was like.
We're just getting right into it.
All right.
Into the dog park. I just spawned.
All right, I'm right behind you, Ryan. We yelling.
We yelling.
I've only hit a teammate so far.
Ooh, blocked. He blocked it.
All right, we got him.
Oh, I'm dead.
Got him. Let's go.
Oh,
I lost you guys.
I was beheaded so hard.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. So we're on the Masons, right? Is that
Yeah, it's Masons and Agatha are the two fake nations in this game, or the feudal states. Oh, thank you, Miss
Oh,
Gatonic.
Ryan, I'm behind you. Oh, I'm just. Oh man, the friendly fire in this is a problem.
It's yeah. It took me a little while to realize that was a thing.
Oop.
Yeah, it is pretty fun when you like start like gaming people against each other though. Like if you're like fighting a group of people and you're setting them up so they're all hitting each other. Rules.
Ooh, there's a little hole that you could get.
So we are defending.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
We have archers here too. I forgot about that.
Ooh, someone's on fire. He's dead now.
Yeah, I think the last time we played, I really lamented not getting to pour hot oil on anybody.
Yeah, please do it. We just saw Ryan die.
Oh man.
Oh damn. My
Riposte,
limbs.
riposte. Oops.
Chat, how's the mix sounding for you? Anything need to come up or down? Sounds good, sounds good.
You're saying it sounds
Cool,
good.
cool.
What about my chat?
Yeah, Ryan's chat.
There's no one. There's
Oh.
no one in my chat.
Wait, so how's Twitch streaming been going? What are you streaming?
Well, right now Ryan is, as we were talking about before we started streaming, he is being my Sherpa through my very first Dark Souls 3 playthrough.
Nice.
Which is so far going pretty well.
He's taken to it like a duck to water.
Have you played any other Souls games, Ryan?
I have not.
3 is a perfectly good one to start with. It's really good.
Yeah, we had a long conversation about what would be the best one for him to do during the Steam sale or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
3's a
yes,
great
yeah, it
place
was
to
on
jump
sale.
in. Oh shit. I'm so excited for Elden Ring. I've been reading
my
some
God.
of the preview coverage that's been coming out, and I'm like very, very, very ready for it.
Now,
Everything
is
I've read about it is thrilling.
that like part of a pre-existing world, or is that a whole new like thing?
Whole new.
Uh-oh. Wait, why do I have my head in a noose?
Did you put it in a noose?
I walked into
talking
the
about the
noose
game.
on
Oh, you're the
accident.
prisoner.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay,
I'm the
gotcha.
prisoner?
Wait, no, never mind. There is a prisoner that we're trying to defend in there, and I think one of us will eventually play as him. Ooh, my head.
Oh, team damage.
But yeah, Ryan's doing a great job with
I
Dark
learned from the
Souls 3.
best.
I'm very impressed.
I learned from the best. Shit.
Yeah, Meme Shark. It's spring 2022. All right, I'm
Is
right here
there
with you,
a-
Ryan.
Okay. Is there a sprint?
I think it's auto.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
auto. You can also get into it by
I think
hitting
it's-
shift, I think. But you need to gain momentum before it works.
Oh, I see. Got it. Probably should not walk into the fire.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I gotta
Take
say,
that,
I just put
wooden
up a
pick
valiant effort, but
I mean,
this
that's
game
all you gotta do.
rules.
This game fucking rules so hard.
It's so fucking fun.
Right now, I mean, like, I am scouting my memories to see if there's anything that could knock this off the top of my Game of the Year list.
Have there been
coming
like
in a wave.
what are other games this year that you've been like enthusiastic about?
I think Monster Hunter Rise might be some of the competition. Yeah. Ooh.
That's pretty great.
And then there's like Resident Evil 8 came out this year, which like I always forget. That was a very, very good game.
Hey, Sister Slug.
So Creepomancer, apparently with very, very big swords, grabbing the blade is an actual legitimate technique. Especially if you're grabbing low on the blade. Yeah, it's called half-swording.
That's cool.
Half-handing. Yeah, half-handing, that's right. I think it's because, like, the sword is moving fastest at its tip, so it has less cutting and smashing power if you're holding it part of the way down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, this is a new map. This one's really fun. We all start as little fancy boys.
Oh, great. Little Lord Fauntleroy's.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Splitgate, honestly, is way more fun than it has any right to be. I've been really enjoying that. For similar, like, let's just jump in and shoot people sort of a deal like this.
Yeah.
It's been.
I haven't
really
jumped
fun.
into it yet, but I hear it's great.
Yeah, I need to too. I don't get to be a little fancy lord, but I am watching the lords battle. Yeah, I need to get Slipgate, and thank you, Berlin. Also, thank you to Magic McKinley for 7-up. All right, right behind you, Ryan. I'm gonna change up classes here actually too. There we go.
How do you do that?
Hit L, and then
Oh, I see.
next time you respawn, you'll have a different
Got
class. What is Little Lord Fauntleroy?
What is Little Lord Fauntleroy?
Like, I know visually what it is, but, like, who is he?
I'm not sure, actually. That's a good question. Someone Google that. Oh. Got him.
All right, I'm right behind you, Ryan, who I just met tonight.
And I will answer to nothing else.
Oops, sorry. So part of the issue is I keep swinging at people. Oh, man, that really hurts.
Shit.
I keep swinging at people who die before my swing connects, and then the only person who's standing there is my teammate who has already killed him.
An unwitting teammate who is standing in their victory.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave them in bits! Sort them all out!
Trilobite Agent said it's a novel from 1885.
Oh, okay.
Fauntleroy drawings in a book in the 1880s. Fad about clothes.
All right. One of these little fancy lords is still alive.
Shit. Are they? It seems like some of them are holding scrolls. It seems.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing right there.
Cool.
Ah, shit.
I can take a fish from the well.
Yeah, you can. Do it. I'm going to do it,
Hell
too.
yeah.
Take a fish, leave a fish. When I was a kid, I didn't understand what take a penny, leave a penny was for. I thought it was just, like... I didn't understand that it was for making change more efficiently. I just thought it was
Sure.
like, hey, here's a place where, like, if you need a penny, you can get one. And if you...
Yeah, like, I need a penny. I'm going to go down to 7-Eleven real quick.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
Ooh,
community
pennies.
banking.
Whoops. So am I supposed to be doing anything with the fish? Or just holding it menacingly?
You can throw it with G. Shit.
There we go. Take that. Oop. Oh! I haven't been yelling nearly enough.
Nah, you gotta smash that C button.
I know.
Jeez. If I'm downed, what are my options?
So,
Someone can revive me?
yeah, a friend can help you up, and if you punch an enemy twice, then you can self-revive.
It's like in real life.
Exactly. Oop. Sorry there, Ryan.
No worries. I ran up behind you.
Flank this guy.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah! Fuck him up.
You, you came down on his head so hard. That ruled.
Oh shit. I'm okay. I'm okay.
That hurt like the devil.
Oh, I got cornered. Not cool. Meme Shard said one of us should crouch behind his knees and the other one should push him over.
The classic two-part takedown.
Yeah. A classic prank I've never actually participated in.
I've had it done to me.
Oh, no. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
Also, a kid came up to me once. I was reading a book during recess, and he took it out of my hands. He says, "Nice book. Can it fly?" And then he took it and just fucking threw it.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
That's
pretty good.
intense.
I had a lot of mean things done to me when I was a kid in school, but I don't actually remember any of them, which is either really healthy or I've just really deeply repressed it.
I don't even remember what I was reading. It was probably like a Michael Crichton novel.
Encyclopedia Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Uh-oh. Oh! No.
I just got murked.
What is the providence of getting murked out? What is that term?
Yeah, how did that come
Yeah.
about? Murked? Like, is it like from mercenary? Like you got
so.
sniped? You got like expertly destroyed?
Oh. Oh. I was absolutely surrounded.
Good work though.
How to Fly for Dummies. Is that what you were reading, Patrick? How to Fly for Dummies?
Yeah. So the bully wasn't very creative. Shit.
Yes, Meatloaf, I have seen it spelled multiple ways. I've never been quite sure of the actual spelling.
Now, Meme Shark, why shouldn't you have read Congo in middle school? That's when I did all my Michael Crichton reading. Yeah, that's one of the things that did not make it into the Jurassic Park film, is that like at one point in that book they just start shooting velociraptors with a grenade launcher.
Yep.
It rules.
It's awesome.
That's in the book and not in the movie?
Right? Yeah.
There are a ton of cool scenes in the book. It's been, I think I read it like 5 or 6 years ago. The book kind of feels like the movie, but with deleted scenes. It's very close to the movie, except there's just some cool scenes that they didn't put in the movie.
Did the Lost World book probably got written after the Jurassic Park movie came out, right?
No, actually,
I
no.
believe the Lost
Really?
World.
Yeah, there were already 2 novels in the book. Wait, hang on. I see what you're saying. Yes. I think it went Jurassic Park novel, Jurassic Park film, Lost World novel, Lost World film.
Right. So, like,
Right.
the Lost World novel must have been reacting in some way to the movie.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm getting healed.
Eldritch Blast says Lost World came out just before the second movie. Okay. Yeah, I think I did better with the Michael Crichton novels that had some sort of like dinosaur or alien or something, because I like tried to read the Andromeda Strain, and it was just boring to my child brain.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wrote that.
Yep. He also he did
Sphere?
Sphere. I read Sphere.
Oh, right.
I just read Sphere last summer.
What a
How was
terrible
it?
film that is.
Terrible film, excellent book.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I should go back and read it, because like it had a whole bunch of stuff about like manifesting in it, and I was like, what the fuck is manifesting? But yeah, I wrote him a letter when I was 10 years old, and he or his very kind assistant wrote me back a very nice letter and sent me an autographed headshot.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
He said,
Ugh.
"Thank you."
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
Yes. He said, "It's good to hear from fans. Really helps me get the next one out." And that phrase was always funny to me because it sounded like he was talking about shitting.
And you were like, what about all those fat checks?
I don't think so, jerk.
So what's your what's your Mount Rushmore of Crichton?
God, I don't know if I've read enough to say I have a Mount Rushmore.
I mean, you just named a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be Sphere. Actually, Eaters of the Dead. Sphere, Eaters of the Dead, and the 2 Jurassic Park novels. Eaters of the Dead was adapted into a film with a different name, but it was like sort of a documentary-style retelling of the events of Beowulf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm doing, I think, far better than the first time we played this. Riposte.
Meme shirt. I have not seen Timeline or read Timeline. What happens in time? Wait, I did see Timeline.
Is that the one with the night arrows?
Maybe it's people go back in time to medieval times, right?
Yeah, and I
13th
think there's
Warrior,
a
that was
scene
the
where they're like, they have night arrows, and they're just arrows that they shoot at night. Like, there's no difference.
Okay.
I think Paul Walker is in that movie.
I think you might be right. Yeah, I think I saw that one in theaters. I confused that one and the Antoine Fuqua
King Arthur?
King Arthur, yeah.
Well, they're both pretty bad.
Yeah.
Richard Donner directed Timeline, I believe. Which is
What else has
one
Richard
of his-
Donner done?
Like the 1978 Superman, he did The Goonies, The Omen.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm having an epic battle with this one guy. Come on. Come on, sucker.
Yeah, there we go.
Me and the guy with the shield. Oh, now everybody's involved. Now everybody wants some.
Let's
Okay.
go. Got him. Thank you for the help, whoever that was. I don't think we're going to make it. Look at all these bodies. Oh, my God. This rules.
This is fucking awesome.
Let the bodies hit the floor. I was a seminal moment in gaming was in Battlefield Bad Company 2 when one of the lines of ambient dialogue that your teammates would shout was, "Let the bodies hit the floor!"
And then the subsequent, everybody saying, 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. I know I joked about this, but I'm not happy with the frame rate that I'm pulling.
Oh, that stinks. Have you dropped down your settings?
You know what? I am reluctant to, because to me, I'm like, I shouldn't have to. But
Oh, Kofi. What's up, Kofi?
Hey, Kofi.
Kofi from Secret Base is in the chat, in the Ryan's chat, which is
Hello,
what we're calling
Kofi.
the other my channel's chat. Kofi, you got to play this, dude.
Yeah, Kofi, if you get this game, you should play it with us.
The desecration of Gallencourt.
There's a glitch or something, like with the courtyard one, where either my theory is that they just like didn't record the line correctly on the day, like, or they had to change the name of the map, so it's just a guy going courtyard.
Cool.
the voice acting in the tutorial was really... It's cool to see someone commit so hard, you know?
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Like clearly like one of the programmers too, like because
Yeah.
Protect the city of Gallencourt. Safeguard patrons too.
the same cadence for every single phrase. It's really good.
You can riposte if you click right click and then click left click.
Exactly. He's reading it. They like printed it out like
Yeah.
115 point font on the page, so his eyes have to skip back to the beginning every
Yeah.
few seconds.
Then they're like, you know what? I think that like the temp track Europe did is actually really good. And they're just-
Here we go.
Wait, so how do I, if I want to, how do I change plastic again?
L and then select from that menu.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oof. They had like 3 guys on me, which is flattering that they thought I was such a threat.
Oh shit.
Ooh. The ragdolling is just
It's hilarious.
a silly game with ragdolling is it really does go a long way.
Honestly, that's like 70% of the reason I can't get into Fortnite is that you don't fall down in funny ways when you die.
That is a missed opportunity. Is this game only on... Is this on console? I can't imagine playing this with a controller.
Yeah, so it is.
Oh, wow.
I have not tried it with the controller.
Seems like it would just be like chaos.
Oops.
Has anybody in the chat tried this game with the controller?
Creepomancer.
Creepomancer
Oh,
says
cool.
it's not too bad. All right.
I'm gonna bring a rain
Ooh.
of hammers down on your little...
Oh man. Get him. Half of this game is just me screaming, "Get him! Get him!" Some of these voice lines are awesome. Just heard one guy go, "I have so much to live for."
Ooh, whoa. I just ragdolled like crazy. Oh, okay. I'm getting really into the shouts and the emotes now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's...
Bugger off.
Oh, that was a
You're
mistake.
stepping all over my sod and toe.
overrun!
Oh, I'm trapped. Yeah, that was really stupid. Oh man. So one guy go flying
fuck.
through the air.
I threw my weapons and then I had no weapon.
Oh yeah, how do I dodge? You can
Space
dodge,
bar
right?
while holding
Space.
A,
Oh,
D,
right.
or S. Not forward.
The outer fortifications
Forward,
have been
you'll jump.
occupied. Fall back to
Yeah.
the docks.
Who's this guy?
Alright, fall back to
Defend
the docks.
flagships. Do not allow the masons to disable them.
Nice shot. Whatever that was.
Oh no, it says I'm deserting.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the objective changed and we're not where we need to be.
For the
Are you guys playing first person or third person?
First person.
Okay.
Agatha!
Both are totally valid. I know a lot of like very good people who do both ways. Meme Shart is very good at this game. Meme Shart, are you a first or a third?
For Argon!
I kind of prefer first because I don't like having my character model in the way. Like if it was like a wireframe model, like Little Mac and Super Punch Out Arcade, then I'd be down with it. But
Cut them down!
Oh, hitting teammates.
The masons!
This mistake.
My arm! Where's my arm?
I would have really liked to have been there for the recording of the battle cries.
it's got to be exhausting, right? Like
Yeah, you're just doing that over and over and over again for like 6 hours.
Shit, got juked.
Oh, shit. Ah!
For the cross and lion! Yeah, hello. You know you're going home on an ox cart, don't you? Which tents?
The environments are amazing.
Yeah, they look
love-
really good.
Yeah, they look great, and I love just sword fighting on a ship.
Yeah, I hope they
They're
keep
not
doing.
Swashbuckler, huh?
Yeah, I hope they keep doing fun like themed packs like this. Like they just released like 4 new maps a week ago, and this is one of them, and they're like just a lot brighter and sunnier than the regular maps. So like, I'm sure they could probably do like spooky maps. They could do.
Oh, spooky map. Yeah.
Oh, I love the Halloween events. That'd be fun. Have all the new maps been free?
Yeah, so far.
That's cool.
Oh, watch out. Ooh. Are we winning or losing right now? I can't tell.
It's hard to tell. Like we're doing pretty well defending the ships right now, so there's that.
Oh, I thought you were a friend, but you were foe.
It's hot in this armor.
Ooh. Rian, no,
Ryan.
what is cabbage head mode? Do you just
Is that
run
exactly
around with
what
the
it sounds
cabbage?
like?
Ryan, you're fully on fire.
I'm on fire. Is there like a stop, drop, and roll? Okay.
Oh, that's
I think it-
amazing.
Honestly, if you end up in the water, it will stop. From doing it. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, so apparently if you turn off decapitations, it replaces the heads that fall off with cabbages.
No way.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, shit.
I just saw that. That was unfortunate. I hate to see it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I did like I think I've told this story on stream before, but I did good on a test or something like that, or I got a good report card, and my dad was like, okay, well, good, we're gonna go rent a movie for you, and I was like, hell yeah, I can't wait to pick my own movie to watch, and we go to the video store, and I'm like, I want to watch Empire Strikes Back. And he was like, what if we got Braveheart? And I was like, I don't really want to see Braveheart. He's like, yeah, we're getting Braveheart. So then we watched Braveheart, and it was one of the most traumatic film experiences I've had.
How old are you?
6.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Boy, oh
Just
boy.
a lot of just like dismemberments in that film. A lot of bodies hanging from ropes.
My dad once, my mom like went on vacation. I was probably 9 or 10, and like my parents were really strict about like movies we watched. And my dad was like, you know what? Like you're old enough. We should rent Sling Blade. I saw it. And it's really, he said I saw it and it's really funny.
Yeah.
So,
Comedy film of the year, Sling Blade.
um,
This guy, he's always asking about French fries. He's a total
And
whack job.
the other one that was like that he also had a miscalculation because he thought it was funny was Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
Like that movie is funny,
Yeah.
but like in a very specific, like it's hard for like a 10-year-old to get the nuances of like the black comedy of Fargo. You know, like
Yeah. Incredible. Wow.
It was a real
Sling
miscalculation
Blade is
on his
really
part.
funny. That rules. My memory of Sling Blade is that
We did it.
my parents rented that one and then did not let me. That was a kids don't be in the living room while we're watching this
Yeah, like
movie.
you can't go. I remember my parents' version of that was they rented The Bodyguard,
Uh-huh.
and I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to go into the living room while they were
it-
watching it.
It was a sensual film.
Yeah, it was very, very sensual.
There was, what was? Oh right, that was the other thing. Is like my dad was from Maine, so I think he was really excited about The Bodyguard because I think they filmed a bunch of scenes for that in Portland, Maine.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. That was for a while.
That's
that was
very
like
cool.
the most exciting thing. Was every time we drive past the park where they ice skated, he'd be like, "That's the pond from The Bodyguard." Did they go ice skating in The Bodyguard, or is that a different movie?
I mean, I wasn't. I couldn't go in the living room, so I don't know.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
You can watch it now, Ryan, if you want to.
I still can't. Not allowed.
No.
Is held by rebels sympathetic to Argonne's cause.
Another experience. My parents had the only VHS tape that they had that they would sort of hide from us was St. Elmo's Fire. So I assumed it was a porno. It's not.
It's not.
No. But I think it was rated R.
Oh.
It is, yes.
I think it was probably just the only rated R tape that we owned.
See, my parents, we had cable, and I don't think they totally understood what that meant or what HBO was.
Oh yeah, back
And-
then too.
So I would just throw on all kinds of fucked up movies. I would just turn on HBO just to see what was going on,
Yeah.
and just see unedited, crazy fucked up shit on HBO, or like turn it on in the middle of the night and like real sex would be playing.
Oh,
Right.
I remember
no
so
idea.
many sleepovers. We would try to stay up and watch real sex, and it was always like, "Hey, we're 60-year-old nudists," which is like a cool way to live. But like when you're 13 and you're
Right.
like waiting to see something awesome, it was always like an expose on something that was like not what you were looking for.
Sure, yeah. You would see it in the guide and be like, "Whoa, real sex! Yeah, let's check it out." And if
Yeah,
you were
let's check it
lucky,
out. I bet
you'd see,
tonight's like the sexy English teachers episode, or you know, whatever.
oh shit.
I remember. Did you guys ever have like a vivid memory of like trying to stay up to watch Undressed on MTV?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What is
Because it was
Undressed?
on at like 2 a.m.
Yeah. I was convinced that it was that they were allowed to show pornography on
Yeah.
MTV after a certain hour. I was just too sleepy to stay up and see it.
Yeah, I once, I probably when I was 11 or 12, fell asleep. We had a scrambled channel that if you like
Oh, yeah.
sure.
switch
Yeah,
the channels back and forth, you could get a sound for a second.
Yep.
And I fell asleep with it on, and I got
Oh no!
Oh.
God. Hang on. There was shit. Let me try to backtrack. My 2 a.m.
Ooh,
undressed.
got blown up.
Oh, and I saw a tweet to this effect, and it was really funny because it was my exact experience. But growing up, Austin Powers came out around the time that I had no idea about sex or sexuality or horniness. So much of my understanding of like the very concept of being horny and sexy and sexual was from Austin Powers.
Sure.
So I think part of me assumed that like Austin Powers was extremely erotic and sexy, but I was just kind of too young to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was really little, and I heard the word horny for the first time, I thought it meant you just had to shit really bad. Because I think I heard it in the context of like, oh, I'm so horny. And I remember thinking like, that's kind of how I feel when I have to poop. Like, oh, I have to poop.
I mean, not mutually exclusive, I suppose.
I guess that's right.
and I've said this on stream like 5 times now. It's gross, but I'm gonna say it again. I thought in Austin Powers 2, when they stole his mojo, I literally just thought that was his cum. I thought.
You thought his cum was like
Yeah,
like an iridescent purple.
right, because like I didn't. First of all, I didn't understand that like the joke was that like there was a physical manifestation of an extremely ephemeral concept like sexuality, right? And that was the fluid that they extract from him. So I was like, that's just the sex fluid that the adult men must have in them.
And then you were in for a rude awakening one day.
Yeah. wait, what are you talking about, Ryan?
Well, they do when they drill into the ice.
Yeah, it's
They
his
go-
penal
yeah, it
region.
It goes towards his dick.
It certainly
Yeah.
is like
So
an
sad.
implication. There's certainly a sexual implication, but it is funny how like you like as a kid you like literalized it,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
even though they were already literalizing like a oblique concept. You like literalized it another step.
Oh man.
Wow, Austin Powers is pretty deep, huh?
Yeah, I mean, do you think this is a topic for chat and the smart people on this call? Do you think there could be a new Austin Powers, and what direction would they have to take it in to make it make sense in 2022, 2021?
That's such a good question. I think he would have to be.
It would have to be parodying something else, though, right? Like, kind of.
I mean, it would almost. I think maybe it would have to be like parodying the concept of gritty reboots of Bond material, right?
Yeah.
Like, it would have to be like Mike Myers would have to fucking get Bob Odenkirk jacked for it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like the way that the Scream movies had to like adapt to what they were parodying. I feel like this would have to do that also.
My initial inclination was he'd have to lose all the sex stuff, but he was always a rather generous lover, almost.
But
to
he
a
was
fault.
also kind of predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of what I mean. Is like that whole tone. I think would have to change.
He would need to make good for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the worst version of it would be like Mike Myers thinks it's funny if he does like Austin Powers has a bunch of allegations against him.
Oh no.
You know, like, and it's like they're like, yeah, like that would be the worst version. Is this like really tone deaf version of like Austin Powers within the Me Too era?
Mike Myers using Austin Powers as a vessel to tackle cancel culture.
Right.
Yeah, for him
Like
to
the-
be like, you know what? I think this is all too much. You know, he goes on Joe Rogan's podcast to talk about how he approached material.
Oh my god, though. Hang on. In the Austin Powers 2021 movie, Austin Powers would go on Rogan.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I think Rogan would like play himself the way Charlie Rose used to do that a lot. You know?
Absolutely.
This guy has no arm. My goodness. The part of this that like will take me a long time to get is the like faking attack thing,
Oh yeah, you'll get there.
which I think is a really cool mechanic. But
Oh, right. How do you do that again?
So, if you while you're in the wind up for one attack type, hit the button for a different attack type, and you'll switch to that attack partway through. It's for throwing people's blocks off. You can also just hit V part of the way through a swing to cancel it.
Right. I should have done the tutorial again. Oops. I've got jokers to the left
this
of
guy's
me.
got feathers.
Ooh,
I'm
shit.
to the right.
Patrick, are you playing anything else cool right now that you really like?
Yeah, I'm actually like at a rare point in my life where I got too many good games, which
on.
is great. So I'm playing No More Heroes 3 was awesome.
Oh yeah, I saw your stream of that. It looked fun.
Yeah, it's really good. High Fleet, really good.
Do you think Austin Powers
Guilty
has
Gear.
a Twitter account in our reboot?
Oh shit, that's a great TikTok
Wait,
account, maybe.
What did you say?
I said, do you think Austin Powers in our reboot has a Twitter account?
I mean, it would definitely be like he goes viral, or I feel like he would have everything. You know, like
Yeah.
every. And
Yeah,
I don't mean in a good way. I don't mean like this movie has everything.
Sure.
Keep it up. We've nearly taken the town square.
Imagine, God, like the legwork the studio would have to do to get Beyonce back on board for even just a cameo in this as
Wild
Foxy
that she was in
Cleopatra.
that fucking movie. I
Yeah.
can't still believe it in retrospect. There'd probably
She
be
was
some
in
shitty
she
joke
was
about.
like in a lot of shitty movies though.
Was
What
she?
else was she in?
She was like she was in that Ali Larter Idris Elba movie, like Obsessed, I think it's called. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not going after Beyonce. Like she's a singular talent. It's just like there was this weird part of her career where she was in movies that were like not great. Like you know, she just wasn't like the Beyonce we know now yet.
Yeah.
Right.
She was in Carmen, a hip opera.
Yep, I remember that one. Was she in Dreamgirls?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, here's one. Someone says, Austin, you have to get tested for COVID. And he goes, no, baby, I'm clean.
That's good. That's good.
That's a good
At one point, like a
Throw that in
judge
there.
says, "I only have 2 words for you, Mr. Powers. Oh, behave." But, you know.
Yeah. Man, there was a period of time when that movie was my entire world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I rewatched 2 the other day, or like a week or 2 ago. No, more, maybe like a month ago now. And more than the film itself, what I remembered as I'd hear all of the jokes again was repeating those jokes endlessly to make my dad laugh.
Yes.
It's like hard to even like I don't even know how to explain to like a young person that it's like I mean they wouldn't even know the first reference, but it's like if you thought that like everyone was quoting Borat for a long time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like the entire cultural like vernacular shifted around Austin Powers.
Incredible. And he so much cultural cachet only to be thrown away for the Love Guru.
Yeah, like so rarely is something been thrown away so quickly and concisely. Really, like
Hey, if they announced, like, tomorrow that he was actually moving ahead on the long-rumored Sprockets movie, would you be excited or bummed?
wait, what is that?
Okay, so Sprockets was a character he did, like, maybe twice on Saturday Night Live, where he's this sort of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's this sort of, like, like, German artist.
Oh, like the guy with the turtleneck, like
The guy with the
Dieter?
turtleneck. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Yes.
Dieter.
Now is the time on Sprockets
Now
when we
is-
dance.
When we
Oh,
dance.
okay, yes.
So Sprockets is one of these many Mike Myers things where he builds a character on an archetype that literally nobody else fucking knows about. And
Yeah.
and he's like, you know those freaky German guys on TV who wear black turtlenecks and dance funny? And like he somehow, like, I don't know if he's just a great politicker or something like that, he gets it through. Like
Yeah.
I was watching another story. I tell too much for some reason for how fucking dull it is, but I remember watching the commentary of Goldmember and him talking about the conception of the character of Goldmember, and it's like, you know, it's like in Europe they have these in England you'll have these tourists, like people who come to visit England from places like Belgium and the Netherlands and stuff, and they'll never wear sunscreen, so like their skin is all flaking off and stuff. And it's like, Well,
What are you talking about?
yeah, what are you talking about?
I mean, I remember being a kid, seeing Goldmember, and like didn't know it was okay. So like I didn't know it was referencing a movie called Goldfinger. I didn't
Yeah.
understand the reference that you just were saying, like at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you've explained it to me, it still doesn't make sense. But you know, whatever. But
A meme sharing. Mike Myers
and I
making up
also
new types
didn't
of
know
knives
that like
and that.
member was another name for penis.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
like none of it made sense to me.
Right. Yeah, and I was in the same boat. I think my mom did tell me that Member was a penis though.
She was like, he won't like the movie otherwise.
We have to tell him.
In her little she put together a viewer's guide for me. She's like, "We're going to see some things in here and we're going to talk through it now so we can make sense of it all."
I got a similar warning before we went to see Titanic.
I was just about to say,
The sex part of it never came up. My mom was like, people die in this movie. Are you
Oh,
okay
that's
with
so
that?
funny.
And I was like, yeah, sure, fine. And then we got to the boob scene, and I was like, come on, you couldn't give me a heads up. I got to watch a steamy sex scene next to my mom.
also, it's like, I don't know about you. I think that was the first time I like ever saw a boob.
Boobs. Well, I was watching real sex, so I had
Not
seen
to like, not to give too much personal information about,
Your
my
boob
timeline.
viewing.
But in
Yeah,
1997, I don't think I had witnessed any boobs at all.
Fucking
So-
loser. I think Shakespeare in Love for me because I was on an airplane. I was flying as an unaccompanied minor to see family in the UK, and it was like back in the day when airplane movies would just be projected on like that toilet divider on the plane because there weren't individual TVs. It wasn't that fancy yet. So I was just sitting there minding my own business playing fucking Metroid on my Game Boy, and then I looked up and I was like, what is that? What am I looking at right now, gang?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, adult who's sitting next to me on the plane.
I rang for assistance. Excuse me.
My dad kept, when on our way to Titanic, my dad kept being like he joked about it so that I'd be comfortable about seeing the boobs because he knew they were coming. But he also,
How did
it
he
was
know?
like a very-
Sorry, how did he know?
How did he know? I think he had seen.
Read it in the newspaper.
No, I think he had seen the movie already. Like my parents
Okay.
had gone to see it to see if we could see it,
Okay.
and they were like, "All right, there's a cultural event. The kids need to go."
Mm-hmm.
But then I got like that weird, like where he's like, but son, like I'm literally 9 years old. Like the female body is a beautiful thing, and it's like I'm like yeah, like I don't even know like what I'm just curious to see what it's all gonna look like. I don't even know what I'm in for. You don't need to like set up that like how I should feel about it also. Like I don't think you're like I'm 9 years old. I don't
Yeah.
think like I'm at high risk at this moment for like
Yeah,
really disrespecting Kate Winslet in this movie.
You're giving me the advanced course right now.
Right. Wait, but I gotta go back to the airplane thing. Why would they show a movie with nudity?
Yeah, they didn't have an airplane
Yeah, they
edit.
didn't have an edited version.
Yeah. So I mean, this was
We're going to Europe.
yes, it was British Airways,
Very cosmopolitan.
and they put him in the newspapers over there. Like they're crass about it.
One would
Oh,
argue
shit.
that we're crass about it. As you
That's true.
you may have heard, the human form is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm,
My dad told me.
That's true. Atelier Zeno says the Randy baby. And Meme Shard says Roger Ebert gives it 2 thumbs up and 2 tits out.
Gummies
Yeah, when
Word
you were-
says, I remember the Titanic double VHS box set, and I know that scene was 15 minutes into the second take.
When you got off the plane, were they like, "Did we make you horny, baby?"
He had a beard. He was no one recognized him. He was a different man.
He left as an unaccompanied minor and arrived as an unaccompanied man.
Oh shit. Bye, Brushy.
Chicken-hearted
Enjoy your film.
Oh shit! Oh. Well, we did not destroy the banners.
No, we didn't. We tried that.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Titanic.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yeah, I just.
I mean, this is like try it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
I'm
It
not
is-
sure like what it would be to you now. You know what I mean? But
It's a little bit like Braveheart in that you're not sitting around your house and you're like, today's the day. Today's the day I watch this 25-year-old 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen Braveheart.
Well, I know someone who could show it to you.
Yeah. Let me get my dad on the phone.
Pat's dad.
Maybe I'll watch Titanic. I'm not a big James Cameron guy. I don't think I respect
That is
him.
totally fair. That's totally fair.
But I think
He like
I think,
always surprised.
yeah.
Like I'm always like, I bet this is gonna be bad, and then I watch it and I'm like, all right, that was pretty dope.
I watched
Have you
Avatar.
not liked any of his stuff?
Anyway, so what is it? That I think I remember thinking the underwater movie he made was pretty
Abyss.
cool. The Abyss,
Abyss,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
that
great
like Terminator 2 is like pretty.
Oh
awesome.
shit, yeah. No, Terminator 2 rocks.
one. Yeah,
I'm like,
I was.
I
I
think
give
the
it
Abyss
about
is good.
I give Aliens like a solid B minus. Like
Oh wow.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
that's
I don't
low.
love Aliens.
The beginning of Aliens, I think, is bad.
Yeah, I think that maybe it's the beginning that bugs me the
Is
most.
it the Paul Reiser of it all?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't hate Paul Reiser, but I do hate Paul Reiser in Aliens, and
Well,
I know
like
he doesn't
wasn't
end up.
Paul Reiser yet. That's the thing of it.
That's yes, yeah. When you've got Mad About You in your head, and then you see Aliens, you can't get it
yeah,
out of
it's
your
a
head.
tough one. It's like, and this is an actor I love who I think has gotten out of this, but like, I don't know if you've ever seen Body Heat, but like Ted Danson's in it,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it's like before Cheers, but you're like Sam, you know, like.
Yeah, I think Aliens. I think it rubs me the wrong way because like I think I used to like it a lot, and then I watched Alien a whole bunch, like a lot, and then I think I at one point watched Alien, and then immediately went into Aliens, and it
Yeah,
just felt
that's
so
a mistake.
disrespectful. Like, it was also I got more used to like watching movies, and I was thinking about how cool the alien is in Alien. And then how dirty they do them in Aliens. Like, they're just, like, fucking running their heads over with trucks and shit. And then there's that one stunt shot that was, like, in every action movie from, like, 1980 till, like, 1995, where, like, the stuntman, like, jumps off a hydraulic catapult and, like, he's, like, flailing his arms going, whoa! And they set off a big pyro behind him. And there's
Yeah,
one point in Aliens where a fucking alien does that.
Oh yeah, that made me laugh so hard.
I was like, all right,
boy.
they're not respecting this creature.
Yeah, they were like one step away from giving him the old Wilhelm scream.
Exactly, yeah. Some Ripley kneels down behind him, and Newt pushes him over.
Take that, nerd.
I guess I think Aliens fucks. So
Yeah. Siru, yes, it is. Exactly, the Power Rangers pyro jump, that one.
Uh-oh. I'm on fire and I need to not be on fire.
is that you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
I said I got you, like I put you out. You went out while you were in front of me. Hey man, don't worry, I got you.
You're like waving on me.
Yeah, hey man, I'll hit you with my sword. Don't worry.
And then when you hear, like, I think then I got even more anti-aliens when like I started hearing like the more like advanced readings of it, where it's like, well, it was actually really Cameron's critique of America's attempts, or impotent attempts to win the Vietnam War, and it's like, so it's a war metaphor where like you're casting the Vietnamese as like inhuman bug people. It's like that's not better. That's not better.
Believe me, I have like zero interest in like whatever his like intellectual intentions are with his movies, because it's like I mean, I've never heard that read of aliens, but like in Avatar, like the name of the substance is unobtainium, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're working on like a 6th grade level here. So he's one of the only filmmakers I've seen that like his directing like transcends horrid writing. Like not many people can do that.
Now, does he also write his shit?
Yeah, which is hilarious. That it's like, because he's obviously a bad writer. Like Avatar is a terribly written movie, but I think like the visuals kind of like carry it. I'm not saying it's like really great, but it's just like it is something to look at. It feels like a movie.
Man, it is crazy to me that they are making 4 more of those fucking Avatar movies.
One could argue they waited too long, huh? Like, have you ever seen a movie that was so popular that made such a small cultural footprint?
I mean,
well,
it
for
was
like 2 weeks, it was huge, and people were like crying that they couldn't actually like be a part of the. I don't even remember what they're called.
Pandora.
The Na'vi.
Yeah.
Na'vi at the
Na'vi.
Pandora.
People were coming out of like the 5th viewing of the movie being like, I'm on the news.
Yeah, like
in
people were
interviews
depressed
crying, like, sir, why are you crying? Oh, because I know I'll never be a Na'vi. I could never live in Pandora. I just have to live my shitty human life on Earth.
Oh my god. And that was in 2009. They didn't even know.
They're going to be marketing that movie to kids who were not alive when the first movie came out.
4 sequels. 4 sequels!
I always forget that movie came out after Last Airbender. There was already a very good Avatar on the market when that one came out.
Oh, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
not
do
the
we
M.
have
Night
like
Shyamalan.
an Avatar M. Night Shyamalan Defender? That'd be amazing.
That's a big Sham head.
Big Shamar. I have not seen the movie about the beach that makes you old.
It's
Old?
it's quite the thing. We hadn't been, my wife and I hadn't been to the movies, since the pandemic started. We went to an empty screening after being vaccinated, and that's the
Nice.
movie we saw, and we still thought about leaving.
I've only walked out of one movie, and I've forgotten which one it was. I've been trying to remember what movie I walked out of.
I've walked out of I've walked out of a few, but like very rarely is it because I'm like so mad. Like usually like I walked out of that Bradley Cooper A-Team.
Oh, yeah.
But not because I was like, this is so horrible. But it's like I got a phone call and I was like, I just don't like. I'd rather answer the phone.
Yeah.
So I just left.
Sick. I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie. There are plenty of movies I wish I had walked out of.
I walked out of Alpha Dog, that movie with Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
I walked out of that.
What was the movie with Ben Stiller and Edward Norton, and one's a priest and the other's a rabbi?
Keeping the Faith.
Oh boy, yeah.
That came out in
was
like
like-
1995.
Yeah. My brother and my parents wanted to go see something else, and it was like, whatever it was too adult for us. They were like, go watch this movie, this bad rom-com about religion and falling in love with the same woman. And I remember being so bored in that movie and being like, I'm 14, this movie's
You
not
guys
for
all
me.
went to go see Chasing Amy, but instead you took
Yeah.
Hey, Obi. I just remembered one. It wasn't I walked out of I didn't walk out of this one because it was boring or bad, but Paranormal Activity I went to, and my date ate too much candy and got sick.
Oh, because of the shaky camera.
Yeah, there was all like the shaky cam shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had to leave Paranormal Activity to avoid a barfing incident, a too many Kit Kats incident.
I remember when I went to see Cloverfield in the theater, like we were waiting outside. This is in college, I think, and like one of the ushers was like, "If you get motion sick, don't go in there. People are throwing up." And I was like, I don't think this is going to be an issue for me, but like now it's all I'm worried about.
Sure, yeah. You've got it in your head. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. It ended up being fine.
Yeah, you're very brave. Meme Shard, was it like a bad? Did you have a bad batch of popcorn? You think? In Indiana Jones 4, and have you ever gone back and finished Indiana Jones?
They have only 30 troops left. Not
Oh!
this.
I got killed by Big Stumpus. My grandma walked out of the SpongeBob movie when I was a kid. Grandma's hated that shows. Charlie Crossing said that in the chat. Grandma's hated Nickelodeon. My grandma hated Nickelodeon. She was like, I'll babysit the kids, but if they put on Ren and Stimpy, I will make them turn it off.
Cop grandma. I just punched my fucking head off.
Let's go.
Wow.
Now, what was the
Murder me, Daddy.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, falling asleep in movie theaters. You done that?
Oh, endlessly.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've come close. I don't know. When I go out to a movie, I like to stick it out as much as possible.
It's been
For me, at a certain point, falling asleep isn't a choice anymore.
yeah.
That's true.
Especially as I've been getting older, it happens to me more now.
Yeah.
I regrettably I went to a screening of Fooly Cooley at like the Nighthawk or something like that. It was like a midnight screening, the entire series of Fooly Cooley, and I fell asleep for like the second half of it. Couldn't do it. And then you and I went to go see...
And you woke up and you were really confused.
Yeah. I think when you and I went to see that screening of Fury Road, that like late night screening of Fury Road at... it was also Nighthawk.
Yeah.
I think I might have fallen asleep for like the middle segment of that when they're hanging out with the Vuvolini in the desert.
Oh, well, I think it wasn't a late night. It was an early morning. It was like an early Saturday morning screening. But I also remember being very tired.
Yeah. You're right. It was a brunch screening.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So like my wife and we don't go to movies past, well, like now we don't go to movies at all. But we would only go to movies between like 10 a.m. and noon.
That's cool.
Like I would never go to the movies after 8 p.m. because it's like I would fall asleep. It was not enjoyable anymore.
I just remembered the one movie I think I fully, in the middle of, I was so bored and tired that I purposefully fell asleep.
Yeah.
Was Richard Linklater's Everybody Wants Some.
I have no idea what that is.
That
It sounds
movie
boring.
isn't like it doesn't like really move.
No.
I think I would,
hated
based on the title, I think I would fall asleep if you tried to describe it to me.
Yeah, it's kids in the 70s doing 70s shit.
All right, yeah, no thanks.
And it's
Right.
like I love Richard Linklater, but it's like that mode that you're just like, all right, like he was like having some fun.
Yeah. I had also not too recently before that, or some pretty recently before that, had seen Boyhood, which also, I'm not crazy about the Boyhood. I know I'm in the vast minority on that one, but
Obi says my mom accidentally took my sister to see Con Air instead of Hercules. She was 8.
So funny.
That rules.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, it's never too early to be introduced to like Nick Cage in that mode, you know. So
I just found out my beloved does not like Nick Cage, and it's become a serious issue.
No.
that's a problem.
No.
It's one step closer to us living together, my man.
Yep.
I love Nick Cage. I'm appreciating him more and more as I get older.
Yeah, I do think that is a big part of it. Is your range of what is good and fun sort of broadens as you get a little older.
I think the process you're describing, Ryan, is getting stupid. No, actually,
Yeah.
but I was rewatching Kurosawa stuff and like marveling at how good Toshiro Mifune is, and like then realized like I was racking my brain for an actor who is like as physical and fully committed as him, and the only person I could think of was Nick Cage.
Yeah, it's like, so I've always been a huge fan, and it's like, I understand obviously like some of his performances are in terrible movies and they're like insane performances, but like to me it's like people are like, oh, he's so bad, and I'm like, he's making choices. Like, this isn't an accident what he's doing. Like, it's like a disagreement of taste, I suppose.
Yeah,
Like, where he's like, this is what
it.
I want to be doing, and everyone's like, I don't think this is what you should be doing.
It's not
But
like
it's like
that actor who just lucked into getting famous. Like, there's a reason he's a famous and well-liked actor.
And it's like, if you go through it, it's like, it's obvious, like, I think he's like a phenomenal actor. He's not always doing what like seems like the right like thing for the part, but like, I don't know, did you guys see Pig, that new movie he made?
I haven't watched Pig yet.
I mean it's like a classic like amazing Nicolas Cage performance.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one. Pig.
Mandy was amazing too. What a wild thing.
Love Mandy.
Because it's like he's in a lot of movies that you're like, well, he's the only person who could have played this.
Yeah.
And that's like an exciting thing to witness. When
Yeah,
that dude's in the zone.
I think I watched Mandy. I walked into when we were living together.
Yeah.
I walked in. You had like just turned it on,
Yeah.
and I was so high.
Yes. Yeah. You showed up blazed.
That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that
Mandy
movie
rules.
That movie fucking rocks.
I'm due for a rewatch.
How excited are we for John Wick 4?
God.
Yeah.
Every time they do another cast announcement for it, it's just like I can't.
How cool.
Yeah.
Who were the latest ones? I remember reading them, but I can't remember now.
I mean, the biggest one with the most weight for me was Donnie Yen.
Oh, right, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I am failing to remember the name of the actor or the performer, but she's a pop star and also a actor, and she's up and coming now. She's probably in the midst of terrifying training for it right now.
Kevin Smith did write on the version of Superman that Nick Cage was going to be in, but then Tim Burton took over directing, and then like after Nick Cage had signed on. Sorry, I'm reacting to someone in the
Oh, that's okay.
chat.
That's fine.
Lance Hart. Kevin Smith wrote a script for Superman like '96. Nicolas Cage signed on, Tim Burton signed on, and then Tim Burton was like, "We're writing a new script."
Yeah.
And then there's a whole documentary about that movie not getting made.
And that also produced those incredible screen tests of Nick Cage
Oh my god! And that
in the
crazy
suit, the crazy suit with the long hair. He's got the long
Yeah, it was
Uh,
during that like the John Byrne Superman years when he had long hair and like a wide neck shirt.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah, the super wide cut, like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this guy's lighting me on fire. Yikes.
You fools say I'm destroying the camp. Stop them. How?
I love that when you hit people sometimes they go, "Ow!" Like it's like
mean-
a real like why?
Hurry! Drop those seize rats.
Oh, okay. So Trilobite Agent just reminded me in the chat that that's the movie that the producer John Peters insisted was going to end with a giant robot spider, which is
Right.
what ended up being the ending of Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a great. You can probably see it on YouTube. There's that great story from An Evening with Kevin Smith. It's probably like 20 minutes about his like work on
Oh.
the Superman movie.
You know, I watched the shit out of those DVDs
Oh,
when I was
dude, I
so-
fell asleep watching that every day in 9th grade.
I actually went to one of those Kevin Smith things in Red Bank.
Oh,
And it
really?
ended up being super disappointing because all the questions were either just like, "Will you watch my movie? Can I have a job? What's Ben Affleck really like?"
I went to one at my mom drove. This was actually like a really nice thing for her to do, but I'm not sure she really knew what it was because I was just like really into filmmaking. She was like, "Oh, this is a director." She drove me to Connecticut on like a Tuesday to see him speak at a college.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And then
was,
she sat there the whole time, and that was uncomfortable.
I dodged the Kevin Smith bullet as a kid. My sister got in when my sister went to college. She got into Kevin Smith. I think she was like 2 years older than me. So like
Yeah.
I was
I forget how I even got into Kevin Smith in the first place. I think someone had like gotten me a Buddy Jesus doll from Dogma, and I was like, "What is this?" And so I watched it, and because it's made for 14-year-olds, I was like, "This is incredible."
Yeah, there's like the earlier, like specifically, and I'm not defending the content of these movies. They're very aged. Like they aged badly, but
Yeah, they did.
there's something like if you're at a certain age getting into like when at that time when like indie film wasn't as accessible, there was something very striking about like Clerks and Chasing Amy when you were like 14.
Yeah.
It like it had a discovery feel to it where you're like, this isn't like a movie I've seen before that everybody else watches.
I guess that's like young people in the chat. Most of the people in the chat are a lot younger than me. Yeah, indie film used to be completely inaccessible. Like you literally had to go to a weird movie theater to see shit. And so then like the first time I ever saw a movie with like the Sony Pictures Classics thing in the beginning of it, I was like, whoa, what the fuck am I about to see here?
Yeah.
Seeing movies like outside of the regular Hollywood pipeline was just like so rare and so difficult.
Yeah, you had to really like seek it out.
I got decapitated, but my head is just floating in midair. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes you would go to like Blockbuster or the big chains definitely would not carry that stuff. But sometimes you would go to like an independent rental shop and they'd have a section. But my parents were always like, no, that's the stuff with the nudity in it.
Yeah.
It's like...
That's just gonna give you ideas.
Yeah.
Rhymes down. Yeah, there was what was that? There was like that sort of like first wave of consciousness of indie movies and stuff. I think like Ghost World is one of like the first ones that like I think was like sort of on the cusp of like also being super mainstream, but
Yeah.
still like
Lost in
everybody's sort of,
Translation was like a
yeah.
breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was a time like around the time like Chasing Amy was like had some mainstream success relatively, and like Rushmore was like a big one.
yeah.
So like yeah, in the late 90s, like early aughts, things started happening that way. And then
I
it
guess
all like got
Sling
flat.
Blade was kind of like even like that was made
Yeah.
dirt cheap for but I think it won some awards, so I think it's probably how my parents found out about it.
Yeah, I was on the cutting edge when I was a kid, seeing Sling Blade.
In the
Everyone's
theater.
favorite comedy, Sling Blade.
I mean, it's hard to take a guy called Billy Bob seriously.
You ever seen that interview he did where he like refused to admit he was an actor?
No.
No.
Oh my god, it's so funny. It's I think it's on Studio Q, which is like a Canadian radio show.
Oh yes, okay, yes, I have seen that. Yeah, because he's there to
Yeah.
talk about a record he's working on.
Yeah, he's talking about his band, and the guy says, like, the guy who ended up that I think that that host ended up being a very problematic figure. But
yeah.
He says something like where he's like,
Oh, hey, Eric, what's
"You
up?
always say that like music was your first love, not acting." And Billy Bob Thornton's like, "Would you ask that? Would you ask Willie Nelson that?" And he's like, no, because he hasn't been in movies." Like it was like this really like.
Well, now hold on. He was in Dukes of Hazzard. The remake
But he was like,
starring.
"You're an
yeah.
actor. You don't want me to acknowledge that you're an actor?" And he's just like, "I don't like any of this." Like it's very uncomfortable.
That's awesome.
Popcorn. I was about to bring that sketch up. Popcorn Pigeon says, fun
the
fact
detective. Awesome.
that Billy Bob Thornton interview is what inspired the Detective Crashmore sketch.
That makes so much sense.
And I guess Popcorn says he references Billy Bob references Tom Waits.
Oh,
I
Tom
think.
Waits, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Who's been in a lot of dope movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, he's also the narrator on this new show, Ultra City Smiths, which is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, I need to
I'm
watch
really
that.
enjoying
Remembering that Tom Waits is in it might be what gets me to get back and make sure I watch it.
Yeah.
Tom Waits is amazing in that in Shortcuts, that Altman movie.
I haven't seen it.
I don't think
Oh,
I've
it's
seen
really
it.
great. If
He's
you're
very good
if
in
you ever
Buster
have the time
Scruggs.
for a 3-hour Los Angeles epic, that's one to watch.
My pet theory is that that Heath Ledger's Joker is based on Tom Waits.
Yeah, that interview's wild. What is it? Is it on like the Dick Cavett show or something?
The one where Tom Waits is all like fucked up and weird.
Yeah, and his voice sounds just like Heath
Yeah.
Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, yeah.
He like puts a lit cigarette in his pocket.
Yep. he's toasted. He's absolutely toasted.
Back inside the castle.
Hey, Supercrest, thank you for stepping back up.
To the throne.
All right, time to protect the air.
Oops.
And swimming in it. Thank you for subbing up.
Oh, they're inside, attacking the air that we're supposed to protect.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
go
we're gonna
protect
lose
that
this,
guy.
guys.
Now we got it.
Do not let the Agathis get to the air.
It would be funny if the air was just like a little baby.
We're just protecting a crib. Oh fuck! I just got killed by a chandelier.
Oh man, did you just get crushed by that chandelier? Oh
I
boy,
did. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's awesome. I'm trapped. Nice job. Whoops. Oh!
Some dude just like really gave me the business.
The other team has to try and kill Bart Harley Jarvis. The bad baby.
The most aggressive baby I've ever met. Have you finished all of season 2 yet, Ryan?
I have.
Okay, incredible.
Ryan, have you seen season 2 of I Think You
what?
Should Leave?
No,
We
I
Should
haven't.
Leave.
That shows the big blind spot for me.
Oh boy, really? A big blind spot in that you just missed it, or it's just not your cup.
I know, I
Your
just like
cup.
missed it. I hear it's amazing, but I've like. I mean, maybe you guys can help. Like, I mean, not that I'm demanding this, but I've gotten a sense that it might not be my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's. I would.
It's-
I don't know.
it's
It's
fair.
mixed. It's.
Is it like I don't want to reduce it, but is it like Tim and Eric adjacent?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
It's the bits are a lot less. It doesn't have absolutely production vibes. Occasionally, it'll cross into that territory, but generally it doesn't fuck around with the.
Is
fourth
it super
wall.
alienating the way that Tim and Eric is?
No, I wouldn't say so, because most of the skits, like based on the name, right? Most of the skits are based on the concept that one person in that situation is ruining everything. So they're usually
Okay.
more. They start from a more normal baseline, but because that is the concept, that means that if the unusual person, the weirdo in that skit, is not weird in a way that you think is funny, it becomes grating.
Yes,
Right,
that's such a good way of
I'll
putting
check it. No, but that sounds interesting. I'll check it out. I didn't even know it was like sketch based.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, it's definitely a sketch show. So it definitely like crosses into occasionally the dreaded "what does that even mean" territory, where like one person's just reacting to another person being crazy in a way that's not that fun, but other times it's incredible.
Eliminate the enemy team.
Yeah, I don't think it's been a long time since I've seen a show like that was so. Oh, we're blue now, so I'm just hacking at teammates. Sorry about that. It's been a long time since I've seen a show that was that polarizing just for me. Like, there's some stuff in there that
Absolutely,
is maybe
yeah.
the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And there's stuff in there I fucking hate.
Yeah,
And I haven't seen anything like that in a long time.
Self polarizing. Interesting.
Does that make sense?
yeah.
That may
Yeah.
not be the best terminology.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're saying
That's what I'm
like
going
if it's classical music, right? It has high dynamic range. It goes. It's very
Yeah.
has extremes. The Mr. Show is like that for me too. But yeah, like
totally, I could see that.
the credit card roulette bit in this one, I don't like that skit at all. It just starts nowhere and goes nowhere, and it's it's never really funny to me. And every time that one comes on, I'm always like, if I'm showing it to somebody, I'm like, oh no, it gets a lot better than this.
Carl Havoc.
Carl
Come
Havoc
on.
is absolute
think
top tier.
I laughed so hard I could not breathe, and it felt so good to laugh like that because it had been so long.
Right.
Man,
There's too much fucking shit on me.
there's too much fucking shit on me. And he goes from like really apprehensive because he knows he's in trouble to fucking furious to wanting to kill himself. Oh boy.
And then immediately back to just indignant that the bit's not gonna work. Then what's the
Yep.
fucking joke?
Yeah, he's working on the joke. Then he tries to convince himself it's going to work, that they can make it work or salvage it in some way. Oh man, I really got to pick up my pick up
How
the
many
slack
cider
here.
Faith, how many cider have Faith? 2 of them. Nice. 2 cider Faith.
We got a 2-cider faith in the chat.
Joe Baby, yes. Wine and Popcorn, incredible. Patty Harrison, absolutely like one of the
Oh,
funniest
Patty
people
Harrison's
out there.
a treasure.
Oh my god, she's so funny.
I wanna get her on work shit so bad because like I follow
Oh
her
my
on
God.
Instagram and I'll just like see her drawings of like fucking Soul Calibur characters that she made when she was a kid, and it's like we need to do content with Patty.
Oh, we're red. Damn it. Wait, are we? What color are we?
No,
We're
we
blue.
are. Or I'm blue.
We're blue.
You might be on a different team. Creepo, thank you for 7-Up. Welcome to Pizza Party.
Oh, that was a nice.
Patty Harrison has this great. She goes on the Las Culturistas podcast a lot, Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers podcast, and she has this great bit where she, like, always declares a feud with like an insanely famous person. Like
Yeah.
like she has this ongoing feud with Ellen DeGeneres that, of course, like Ellen DeGeneres is completely unaware of, but it's a very funny bit.
And then she went on Ellen.
Did she really?
Yeah, she went on the fucking Ellen show.
That's so funny.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Pat Bear, thank you so much for the raid.
Oh, Pat Bear.
Yeah.
Love Pat Bear. Pat Bear sat in the booth at the UCB for so many of my terrible shows. God bless that man. No one's
Pat.
seen me
How's it
be
going?
less funny than Pat Bear.
These are the UCB days.
Yeah. And many good ones too. Thank you. I appreciate that.
UCB's that old abandoned theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody goes there anymore. There's
Actually,
not
another
since the
comedy.
incident.
It's which one? Which incident?
That's true.
Actually, another. So at there's the 26th Street Theater, and then they moved to Hell's Kitchen, and now another improv theater has moved into the old theater on 26th Street.
Which improv theater?
I don't know what it's called.
Second City?
Never heard of it. Oh shit!
Asylum. Asylum.
I fully killed my own. Wait, are we blue or red? What is happening?
We're
here?
blue.
Look in the
God
lower
damn.
left corner of your screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really paying a
Pat
lot.
Bear says Asylum's the one that moved into the
Oh,
theater under
got it.
Gristides.
Yeah.
Thing about that Hell's Kitchen theater was just like, what a great location, right?
Yeah.
You ever just walking down 11th Avenue and 42nd Street?
Say to yourself, hey,
like taking a show.
let's take in a show.
And like, hey, I was just over here hanging around. I didn't have anything to do over here. I just happened upon 11th Avenue and 42nd Street.
Yeah.
I don't
You
live
know,
over
when you're
here.
leaving the Javits Center, or maybe you just got off a Bolt bus
Yeah, you're hey,
and you're
I
ready
just-
for a comedy show.
I just got finished on my jogging tour of places where people would get murdered in films in the 1980s. I think I'm ready to take it a little show.
I was doing the tour of shots from the beginning of the original Ninja Turtles movie, and
Seeing all the city's best auto body shops.
Yeah. Meme Shark correctly saying this is the part of the stream where a bunch of New Yorkers alienate everyone else.
Yep, sorry.
Hang on, let's all talk about our favorite highways to drive on in L. That's
This
my
is like,
least favorite part about Comedy Bang Bang is the
this is like when John Gabris does all of the stops on the Long Island Railroad on Comedy.
I don't even live in New York City anymore. I don't even know why I'm talking about it.
Yeah, what's your new address? I need to send you an invite.
I'll DM it to you.
Just say it. It's fine. No.
It's okay.
Yeah, honestly, what's the worst that could happen?
No, don't do it.
No, I won't. I won't.
Yeah.
Stop. These archers are annoying.
Yeah,
I mean,
people
you're
don't
just
really like
Meme
Meme
the
Shark
Shark
arches very
says
much.
I was just in LA. It's all La Cienega. That's very funny. See, I lived in LA too, so I get all these. I'm not being alienated by anybody.
Gladiator Jones says, growing up in Ohio and moving to LA, it was like night and day, realizing that people talk about freeways and roads. It's something I do now on the daily, unironically. Yeah, it's
True.
it's weird. I mean, we only have one in Maine. It's just it's on 95 or it's on 295.
I'd say the biggest benefit I got from living in LA is that all the podcasts I listen to make so much more sense to me now.
Well, that's the thing that, like, as a person who only moved to New York a couple of years ago, I try to stay conscious of is, like, realizing how much fucking of a knowledge check comedy is for you if you don't live in LA or New York. Like, and how much of a burden it is on everybody else to have to, like, learn learn about the fucking 5 things they joke about in the place that you're from.
Yeah. But
Also,
then you
like,
move to one of those places and you turn into the Leo DiCaprio meme of pointing at the TV because you recognize it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Meme Shark, legit, like, I for a long time, and still kind of do, hold up MST3K as, like, this incredible fucking, like, divergence from that, where it's, like, I think maybe that's why it stuck with me so much as a kid. It was, like, they refused to move to New York and LA and do New York and LA jokes. They just kept doing, like, Minnesota shit.
Yep. I used to get so annoyed at MST3K. I loved the hell out of it, but one thing that would really annoy me is they had a fan club, and
Oh, yeah,
towards the
yeah.
end of the episode, they would, like, throw up an address,
Yeah.
but it was never on the TV long enough for me to get a pad and
man.
a pencil to write it down.
You gotta
So I was
plan
never
ahead.
in the fan club.
Only 5 Gathians remain.
ah, nice. That was a photo finish there at the end.
We won that? Oh wow, we did.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Yeah, I
It
still
was
don't even
5 to
remember
2.
what team we were on.
Tom says, as a comedy nerd from Australia, I resent how much I know about LA. Yeah. And Vexic with, like, a dead on point with the MST3K to Red Letter Media pipeline is unbreakable. Yeah, it's that is a circle.
I think I got one more in me.
All right, let's do one more. Also, chat, if you're ever awake early in the morning, or if you live not in the US of A, give Tom Walker a follow. Does really fun streams.
Ika Iika. Ika. I like that joke about Portos. That's fun.
I don't even know what that is.
It's an LA joke you wouldn't get.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it.
Lance, little inside baseball here. I usually don't talk about work stuff when I'm streaming, but working with Jonah Ray, I fucking love Jonah Ray, and I still haven't got to do anything with him. I'm just, like, looking for, like, hey, can we do it? Can I do a thing with Jonah? Can I talk to Jonah? Can I meet Jonah Ray? But no, hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't that dude gotten, like, super fit?
I
him?
don't. Yeah. I mean, he has slimmed down, I think, a lot in the last, like, 5 years. He's also, like, 6'5", I think.
Yeah.
He-
I heard someone talking recently. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I was like, wow. They were saying, like, how much he lost a ton of weight.
That's not gonna work.
Demi. Wait, is Demi here, or are people just talking about how cool Demi is?
Meme Shart says that he hopes he has to get Kumail jacked. Kumail is jacked.
Yeah, Kumail
He
scared.
is super jacked.
He's vascular too. Just
Yeah, vascular.
He is
definitely the word for
dehydrated.
it.
who's all right. So if one celebo could get insanely jacked for a film, who hasn't already done it? Who would you pick? Who would you make get like weird Marvel movie jacked for your own entertainment?
Jack Black.
Jacked Black.
Jack Black. Danny DeVito.
Damn
Yeah.
man. Danny DeVito he would look like a little Goron. Just like a sphere with abs on it and just massive arms.
I agree that Jack Black is perfect as is. However, for this thought experiment, I can't help but think seeing him super fucking like Kumail jacked, like Marvel movie jacked, would be very funny. But totally agree that I adore him. He's perfect.
Oh yeah, I mean, Merc, you don't, your body doesn't change like that unless you're on shit, and it's fine. Like I don't care, I don't care what people. Steroids rock, go for it.
I think there's also, I mean, it was like his whole job and someone else's job for an entire year to like make him look like that.
Oh yeah, you have
Yeah,
to not have a job and also pay someone else to do that as their job full time.
Yeah, you gotta eat like 1,000 chicken breasts a day. I'm
With like no salt on them.
I'm like low key like worried. Not worried. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my life. But like, I'm kind of like, I wonder if Bob Odenkirk's shit got accelerated by the sort of unhealthy lifestyle that you need to live to get insanely jacked for a film.
Did he get like so? He got jacked for that movie Nobody, right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't see it. He's like really jacked in it.
Oh yeah. He's like shredded.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
even if he hadn't gotten jacked already, just the making of a movie like that has got to be super hard on you.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is not shredded, Meme Shark. He's just very, very strong.
I imagine that Keanu Reeves is like just like very fit. It's not like an aesthetic thing. Like he's probably just like in really good shape. Where like in a functional way.
We got Demi.
We got a Demi.
Yeah, the fun factoid from I watch Scott Adkins' Art of Action interview series, and one of the stuntmen who worked with Keanu Reeves says Keanu Reeves has very strong hands, which rules.
That's awesome. That's good to know.
I'm so glad that like the world is like finally seeing him for the treasure that he is.
It's great because like everything that he's left in his path behind him is still good, right? So it's great for this sort of rediscovery.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, that was stupid.
The best way, and this is a pretentious way to put it, but like, the best way I've heard it stated about him is that like his range is small, but he's never lying.
That's interesting. Oof! Shit! I'm about to die. I'm dead.
Yeah, I went 1-on-6 on the castle wall, and that was a significant mistake.
My footman rank has increased.
Meme Short says he lied in Dracula. Yeah, in Dracula he says Budapest differently. I think 2 different ways in the same sentence.
Yeah, that was a wild bit of casting.
Budapest.
That movie does kind of own though.
It rules. It's so good.
So, like so many like different techniques he uses in that movie are wild.
And Gary Oldman just looking like the fucking greasiest pickup artist in the world.
Yeah. Fucking Anthony Hopkins playing Van Helsing.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Dracul, Nosferatu. Hollywood needs more weird old Welsh guys.
Always.
Who are not played by Mike Myers.
Yes. Oh boy.
Man, speaking of Keanu and John Wick, cannot wait for Matrix 4.
Yeah, they showed the trailer at CinemaCon.
Oh shit, really? Are people
Yeah,
excited?
there's-
Like, is it gonna be good? Like, I guess it couldn't be that bad, right?
I gotta say, in the pandemic summer last year, I did a rewatch of all 3 Matrix movies.
Yeah.
I think, Ryan, we watched them together, didn't we?
Yeah, they're all great.
They're great.
I was
great.
My brain was too fucking tiny to enjoy Revelations when I was a kid.
Without a doubt. I had no fucking idea what was going on, and then I watched it again, and I was like, I totally get it.
That's the one
It's fine.
that I think has appreciated most in value for me now that I've gone back and rewatched it. Like because I think when I was younger, I was like, I don't like it because they're barely in the Matrix in it. But like all that fucking Joff Darrow designed like stuff in Zion, like the mechs and shit,
like the mechs and stuff. Yeah,
it's so
Yeah.
good. And then
So
like
cool.
the whole fight against the machines down there, like
Sentinels. The Sentinel
incredibly
invasion,
readable. It's so good.
That whole sequence is like 25 minutes long, and every single part of it is great. The build is incredible.
Yeah, it's just a great like falling back like various steps to their other defenses, and like even though it's like literally swarms of thousands and thousands and thousands of robots on the screen, they shot it and put it together in a way where you know exactly what's happening. It's so good. I don't think I appreciated that as a kid.
There's some wide shots of them like penetrating the walls that are like jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them rule. Those movies rock.
Debbie says Keanu and Trinity's doing it scene made them look like siblings. It's true. Neither one of them looked like they wanted to be having sex with each other.
The chemistry between them is not sizzling.
No.
Yeah. That part leaves something to be desired for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I bought that.
But those movies are especially interesting, like now knowing like, you know, more of the Wachowskis' journey and like it's just like they're just like those movies have so many like ideas to spare. You know, it's just like for giant movies like that, jeez Louise.
Fun films.
Got it. Oops.
Love
Sorry.
them. Love those movies.
I keep apologizing to teammates I know cannot hear me. 'Cause
That's
I
all right.
am putting more
It's-
You know
salt
what?
in their face.
Apologize
You
to
gotta put out
me.
the neighbors.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Oh, nice. Dropping fire on guys. Very cool.
Yeah, Meme Shark. That's how I saw the first Suicide Squad movie. Was somebody else on an airplane was watching it, so I just watched it over
It
their
was
shoulder.
probably better that way.
Yeah, it probably was. Sometimes I'll make judgments about films that I watched with the sound off because I was on a bus,
Done. We've cleared an area of loot.
a bus or an
Sometimes
airplane.
you just know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just know, though.
Like,
As
I
for
don't-
Suicide Squad movie is almost like not a movie.
I don't need to watch The Blind Side with the sound on to know exactly what's going on there.
yeah.
You know that no, he's changing me.
God, that movie got fucking awards. That's ugh.
Isn't that
She won an Oscar
crazy?
for that.
Isn't that just so crazy? That wouldn't
Yeah.
fly today, I think. Well, I like to think that it wouldn't, but it probably would.
I mean, Green Book won
It
2
wasn't that
years
long.
ago.
Yeah, that's
I know,
true.
I
Green
know,
Book was sort
I
of
know. I realized that as I was saying it.
Their soldiers are making a kind of
it was, and then a few years before that, it was The Help, right? Like,
I don't know
Yep.
if that won Best Picture, did it?
oh yeah, you're right. It didn't. I think,
but it was
supporting
like it was in the conversation for sure. Like, I mean, I guess there's something to be
Yeah.
said, if nothing else, that a movie is nominated for Best Picture where a main character in it eats poop.
Somebody eats poop in that.
Yeah,
Shit.
someone bakes poop into a pie and then
You know-
feeds it to Bryce Dallas Howard.
I'm back on board with this film.
Ooh.
I'd like to see this film.
Yeah, it's not like a.
How many movies are there where somebody eats poop?
Well, Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, yeah, he says it's a bit nutty. He drinks out of the...
And the Nutty Professor 1, they eat mouse poop.
All right, well, that's not the same thing. Like, that's...
Anchorman, he eats cat poop. Famous.
In the bucket list, they drink the tea that's made out of... or the coffee that's made out of cat shit. Demi says Jay Pants in The Matrix is so good. Wonder whether the him being bad reveal in The Sopranos was because he was bald in The Matrix. Yeah, Joe.
Another thing I did
Pentolin.
First time, Joey Pants.
Rip to those two guys, man. It's sad. Not Joey Pants, just the thing that happened on my screen.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you meant Joey Pants was no longer with us.
No, he's still kicking.
He was in Bad Boys 3.
He was. He was also in a movie called My Robot or something like that. I only know about it because Red Letter Media did a best of the worst about it, and it looks like it is a cacophony of sight and sound.
Oh no! There are so many peasants. I'm gonna die.
Get him.
Oh no! I'm getting overrun by the peasants.
But the big yikes about this movie is that he plays a Turkish guy, and he's
yikes.
yeah, and he's doing the accent and everything.
No.
Don't know whose call that was. Robot in the Family. That's the one, Vexic. Yeah, Robot in the Family.
Sounds wild.
Oh! GG.
Yeah, ended on a high one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was really good. God,
Remember the
this
part in
game
The
is so
Matrix
fun.
when they put the bug in his belly button?
Oh boy,
Yeah.
it's gross. It's even grosser when they suck it out.
Yeah. Better in than out, they say. Another really important Matrix thing to me was when I saw the TV edit of it, and the part where Keanu says, "How's this sound? I give you the finger, and you give me my
you
phone
give me
call."
my phone call.
The TV edit of that, they just crop in so you can't see his finger.
Yeah.
And he says, "I give you the flipper."
Why would you even need to change that?
I don't know.
You could still say the finger.
Or you could literally just have him say, "You give me my phone call."
Yeah. How about
you
give me my phone? Yeah.
phone call?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Take them by surprise. Stop that caravan.
Well, this was really fun. I think I have to split.
Demi says, "Don't Google movies where people eat poop." Well, there is Solo, but I think that's sort of like. I think I was thinking.
Of course, we forgot.
Yeah.
We forgot Sala.
What is Salo?
Days of Sodom.
120 Days of Sodom is the.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a psychopath movie.
It's in the Criterion Collection. Here's like a fun little thing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the filmmaker Wim Wenders, but he's this like very, very soft-spoken, I believe he's German, filmmaker, and they have those videos of like people in the Criterion closet like picking their movies. And the first movie he goes, oh, Salo, I need this. And you're like really soft-spoken and like sweet, and you're like, that's the movie you need? Is the Blu-ray of Salo 120 Days of Sodom?
Now here's the real question: is that the only movie in the Criterion Collection where people eat shit?
I can't imagine it is.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There are like over 1,000 movies in the Criterion Collection. At least 15% of them have shit eating in them.
It's one of the qualifications that they make.
Like Antichrist is in the Criterion Collection. Does anyone
That's
eat
true.
poop in that movie?
What's the dumbest movie in the Criterion Collection?
Like Armageddon's in there, which is a movie I enjoy, but it is like dumb.
Is that where the incredible Ben Affleck interview clip comes from?
Yes.
Okay, great, excellent. Yeah,
Where,
RoboCop's
like,
in
Michael
there.
Bay
Which,
tells him to shut the fuck up.
yes, yeah.
Chasing Amy is in the Criterion Collection. Lance Hart. Yes, it's true.
Well, we should probably wrap up. It's getting to be about bedtime. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ryan
same.
and Ryan, for coming through on this stream.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't speak for the other Ryan, but thank you so much for having me.
Well, yeah, and thank you for having. I'll say thank you for having both of us.
Ryan told me specifically not to thank you. But
Do you both have Twitches? Of course, Ryan has a Twitch. Also, I'm gonna do a quick shout out to Demi. Follow Demi too. Also, if you're watching streams very early in the morning or in the Australian time zones, very good stuff. Let me cool down on my shout outs on there. Shout out to Pat Bear. Also, sorry, I got a stack of shout outs here. Pat Bear, thank you for the raid. Ryan, you're Ryan Simmons NYC on Twitch.
Yep, that's right.
No longer live in NYC. Just want to let everybody know that. Just make sure that.
so stop looking.
Yeah.
Just
stop
that,
looking.
yeah. Stop looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't make jokes about it anymore, so that's my only connection to the. To
But
the
now
city.
now you can write a "Why I Left New York" blog post. And Ryan, do you have a Twitch?
I do. It's Coping Mech Games. The name of that's the URL. Coping Mechanics. It's where I sporadically stream and talk about how video games help deal with anxiety from a
Nice.
personal standpoint. I am not a licensed professional in any way.
Have you considered becoming one?
Yeah, I've considered starting to call myself one,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
haven't
no-
considered going any further.
I mean, people can't, right? Like, are they gonna check your fucking license on the Twitch stream?
Yeah,
Yeah, I charge
Exactly,
a
yeah.
copay every time you watch though.
Meme Chart wants to know if Ryan 2 is still in New York, and if so, you can just take over my handle, which
That's a
actually
good plan,
probably
yeah.
makes more sense.
We're
Although you would also have to
currently-
change your last name to Simmons.
We're currently litigating the stipulations on that, but
On
you
the
know,
handle?
maybe
Yeah, we don't need.
my
to
last
talk-
name
we
I
don't
would
need
have to
talk
change
about
to
it on stream.
Simmons.
Yeah, I mean, you could do the name change. You could do this, just the channel swap. Ryan, you'd have to start talking more about mental health on your streams.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I could do that. I'm also quite anxious most of the time.
Well, it's
Well,
great
that
that you
makes
two
total
found
sense.
each other. Yeah. I'm gonna send everybody over to Marine Mammal Rescue to watch some otters.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
that sounds great.
Thanks, everybody. I'll be back
Bye, everybody.
tomorrow. I don't know what I want to play tomorrow yet. We'll figure it out tomorrow. But hope everybody has a nice night. And take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, let me make sure I got that raid right. Invalid username. Marine Mammal Rescue. That's not how you spell mammal.
The old animal rescue.
Here we go. Seriously, these otters are so fucking cute, chat.
Oh,
Sometimes it zooms in on them and they're just like sort of cleaning their faces and they've got so much extra fat and skin on their faces and they just wiggle it all around. It's so good.
When they use their hands like human hands, it's the best.
It
sounds like heaven.
Here we go. Let's go. Bye.